everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Training System, and it's Saturday the 12th of December 2020, and this is the weekly analysis for the Euro, the cable, and the Aussie dollar for the third week of December 2020, and this is going to be the final full trading week for the year. After that, it's just a couple of weeks more for the year with holidays sprinkled in. So this will be the last major probably trading week with sufficient liquidity. Let's begin with the Euro, and it has not been able to break out above the 138 fib extension and has been consolidating with support from the weekly pivot. And it's likely to continue in that vein for next week. There is no breakthrough yet in the Brexit trade talks with the UK, and it's extending into this weekend again and possibly longer, but the seems to be a very slim chance of a deal coming through, but there could be a surprise. We'll see. Weekly time frame is a spinning top for the week, and it could pull back lower into the channel, and there's still support from the swing high 100 fib level just above the 1.2 120.00 level. In my weekly Ichimoku analysis as well, there is a key Fibonacci level that's that I showed down here. Let's take a long-term view of this and draw the Fibonacci level. Actually, it's not this one here. Let's change the colors for this fib as well first. Alright, let's take a look on the monthly time frame. And this is the major fib level that I'm talking about, from the highs of 2014 down to the lows of the end of 2016. And if we go back to the daily time frame, that's right at the 50 fib retracement level. So that was hit last week, and it's proving to be a significant resistance. Let's see that on the weekly time frame as well. Right, all the way up here. Okay, so there could be just further consolidation with this consolidation within this rectangle area from the weekly pivot up to the this key fib levels. There's a alignment there, a confluence. Last week there there was a boost from the ECB on Thursday, and it managed to climb up to attempt to retest the highs. That was with additional purchase buying of the bonds from the pandemic program. But after that, it pulled back on the Friday, so slightly just going to go sideways for next week. The only news is the flash manufacturing and services PMIs for all the major economies. Let's take a look at the cable. And cable, the sterling is a bigger loser in the Brexit trade talks, and the UK could tumble out without a trade deal. So it's fallen below the channel, down to the daily 55 EMA, just below the 132, but then managed to climb back up on the Friday to close just above that. So we'll see if there's going to be further momentum, bearish momentum, driving it lower to the 131, and then if it's very bearish and it does tumble out without a deal, then it could fall all the way back down to the 130 again. All right. There are a few more news events with the UK jobs reports on Tuesday, and the flash manufacturing and services PMIs, and then on Thursday there is the last meeting for the Bank of England for their rates and policy decisions, but there should not be anything new coming out in the last meeting for the year. For the week, it's definitely a bearish move down, and it hit the weekly 200 EMA. That's where it found support and bounced back up to above 132. So we'll see how much it's able to recover next week, but now this area could turn out to be resistance at the 133. It's also at the fib level there. So let me just change this to a resistance zone. And from the 133 could tumble to 131 or even lower, but that's likely to be the range for next week. All right, and for the Aussie dollar, there is a jobs report on Thursday, but it managed to test the upper channel trend line and the 138 fib extension at the 0.7570 area, and close back below the channel, upper channel trend line, but it's above the 0.75 area. So this could now be intermediate support, so we'll see whether this area is going to hold. Next major support will be at the swing high at this 100 fib area at 0.7419 near 20, and that's where the weekly pivot was as well, just above the 0.74. So this zone is likely going to be a strong support level, strong support area. Right, and above that 0.76 is definitely a key resistance, but at the moment it's blocked right at the 138 fib area. So this is clear resistance. All right, let's also take a look at their weekly time frame, and this is a bullish close, so a slight upper wick. Let's also take a look at the US dollar index, the DXY, and it's trying to recover but has not been able to climb up higher to retest the swing low at 100 fib. So it's stuck in neutral, consolidating with support from the 138 fib extension, and we'll see if it's going to hold next week. There is also FOMC meeting next Wednesday, and that's also the last meeting for the year, and unlikely there's going to be any change there. So it needs to break out higher if it's going to recover and avoid the falling to a further support area. All right, so anyway, meanwhile, do have a safe week and have a good trading week, and cheers for now.